Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning, sir.
morning, sir.
Good
Yes, good.
morning, sir.
Okay. And you can give your attendance in the message place also, huh? Chat box there is there. You can write present, your roll number, 5-digit number, and present you write. Yes. I think both A and B, both are there, I think. I hope that. Wait a minute. I will check from here.
Good
One
morning, sir.
zero. Okay, okay, okay. I'm checking this. Okay, okay. Both the sections are coming. Okay. Okay. So here the work, energy, power, the basic what already you learned in class ninth. Okay. And then here also your more detailed topics completed. Okay. I think one topic I think that is not discussed. So I am focusing first on that topic. That topic not only for our exam, even the competitive exam also, that is very important topic. In textbook, what is there? All are having the textbook with you, I think, today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the textbook, the topic is syllabus, it is given, but textbook, what happened? Directly, they are explained with one example, like application question. Okay. So, now I am going to discuss about motion in a vertical circle. Motion, what is the topic I am going to discuss now? First topic, motion in a vertical circle. Vertical, see, already you know circular motion. In case of circular motion, what will happen? Suppose the object can have same speed. In case of circular motion, suppose at every point on the circular path, the speed remains constant. What do you say about that? What kind of motion?
Uniform circular motion.
Very good, ma. Very good. Uniform circular motion. Here the speed remains constant. So, uniform circular motion means uniform speed. Can I say uniform circular motion can be the, what do you call, accelerated motion?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why?
Because velocity is not constant.
Yes. Here the velocity is nothing but speed plus direction. Speed constant, but direction at every point changes. Okay. So that is called, what do you say that? Accelerated motion. Even though it is uniform speed, it is accelerated motion. This is for horizontal circle. Whenever we talk about circular motion, we talk about the horizontal. I think you are able to understand that. Okay, I'm showing like that. So I can maintain the speed at every point same. Now what we are going to discuss about the vertical circular motion. Vertical. Vertical, imagine what you are going to do. Just what do you call? You tie the what do you call stone at the one end of the string. The other end is in your hand. Now what you can do, just to make the vertical motion. I think you are able to understand. The stone is in the top, sorry, bottommost point, and then it is coming here, midpoint, then top, again mid, bottom. I think you're able to understand. All of please just visualize the concept. If it is horizontal circle, you have to do like that. I think you're able to see in the screen what I'm doing. This is horizontal. What is the arrangement? You have the string. One end of the string, you attach the stone. The other end is in your hand, and just you rotate. This is what horizontal circle. Okay, that we are not going to discuss now. What is vertical circle? The same thing. Okay, now I am going to rotate like that. So what will happen? The stone will, you see the level. In horizontal, the level remains same. But in the vertical, each point, the level changes. Each point, the level changes. So I am talking about the vertical circular motion. So in this case, suppose I am taking that three different points A, here B, here C. A, topmost point. B, bottom, lowermost point. C, midpoint. I think these 3 points are clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what you have to do here, when it is vertical circular motion, one more thing I am telling. Yes, some of you just giving attendance and leaving, maybe very few students, I know that. Those who are sincere, they are all are attending. Some are doing that. What time you are entering, what time you are leaving the class. I am not talking about today or this class. Any class, we have the record. What time you are entering, what time you are leaving. Okay, all the record is there, automatically recorded, everything. Okay, please don't do that, because these are the things. First of all, the class is recorded, all the classes for our purpose. Not, we are not going to put in the YouTube or something. Second one, all the attendance part, that technically whatever information record, everything we are keeping the record. Okay, please, you understand. Okay, whatever the school is arranging the classes, school hours, it is your moral responsibility. Okay, your sincerity to attend the class. Okay, after school hours, it is up to you. Okay, no problem, because every teacher is working with what you call sincere effect, without wasting any time. Also, you know, it is because everything online. Please utilize effectively. What is the best you are able to give individual, that best you want to give, that you are expecting that only. Okay, so now what is happening, the ball here, it is moving. Can you say, can I maintain the speed? Suppose here the speed, here V, here V, here V. Anyone of you can tell me, is it possible to maintain same speed all the point?
No, sir.
Just imagine that. Yes, somebody is telling no also. Okay. Now you see how, what is the possibility that we are going to check it, whether the speed will be same or different. What we discussed here, suppose you take, this is the center of the point O. Okay. So here I have taken 3 different points. Suppose this radius, you can take it R. Now what you have, suppose this is the stone. Okay, where the string, this is the string, this is the string. So there will be a tension in the string. Now you take different point, because same diagram if I use, you get confused. So I'm making different point. So first I'm going to take point A. Point A means here, topmost point. So what are the things acting downward, you tell? A body of mass, you can take it M. At A, what are the forces acting?
Tension.
Tension. Which direction?
Downward direction.
Downward direction. Yes, already written there also, no problem. Any other force?
Gravitation.
Yes, gravitational force. So it is nothing but weight, mg. Tension is acting. Tension always acting along the string. From where you are, how to see the direction of the tension? Suppose the body here. Now you want to find out the tension. You sit on this and open the umbrella. This will be the tension. Now where is the string? This is the string. You sit on the body and open the umbrella. So where? Here it will come down, because along the string. Okay, because here no, nothing is there. That's why. Okay, always you remember. Sometimes they're getting confused and where the tension direction. Always you remember the umbrella concept. What you have to do? You sit on the body and open it. Where you have to open? Along the string. Along the string. This is the umbrella. Okay, downward. Okay. No other force is acting. The body is in circular motion, no doubt. Whether it is a horizontal circle or vertical circle, it is in the circular motion. If it is in the circular motion, which one provides centripetal force? You tell me.
Tension.
Gravitation.
Can I get exact answer? Okay, I got mixed. Can I say both are only tension, either tension or gravitational force?
Both.
Both. Yes. Tension is acting towards center. Mg is acting towards center. So sum of these two provides centripetal force. So T plus mg equal to centripetal force. What is the formula? Mass is m. Okay.
M by R.
Yes, mv squared. mv squared by r. mv squared by r. But at present I am making this is v1. So here v1. Here I am making v2. Here v3. You can see that relation, how v1, v2, v3 we are going to get. Just let it be. I am putting different one. Okay. You will understand why. Okay. Now you got this equation. What is T? Tension in the string. Tension in the string means when the body is at A. Okay. Step by step you listen. So T equal to mv1 squared by r minus mg. Just wait. Okay, whether it is a T, T1, whatever there will see. Come to the point B. Okay, first one I take. Which one? For B. B means what? Bottom. Okay, so this is B. For B, you tell me what are the forces acting?
Tension.
Tension,
Where?
gravitation,
No, tension, which direction?
Tension upwards.
Upward.
Very good.
upwards,
Yes, upward, because this is the string. So automatically T will be here. Okay, I will write. Mg
Downward.
downward. Mg downward. Yes. Mg no change because mass same body, no? Same body you have. Same body here coming. Okay. Which one provides centripetal force?
Tension.
tension,
Okay. Anybody can give me the answer? Okay, I clarify the concept. Okay, tension you told is okay, partly correct, but not exactly tension here. Here, which one provides centripetal force at A? Because T and mg towards center. Always you remember, Newton's second law. What is Newton's second law? Net force. Always you remember net force equal to mass into acceleration.
T
Net
minus
force.
mg.
Yes, yes.
T minus mg.
Yes, because
T minus
net
mg.
force you have to take. Always you remember net force. Where the net force towards center. Towards center. So what is which one will be dominating? Tension will be dominating because it is in centripetal force. It is in circular motion. Definitely T will dominate. So T minus mg equal to mv square by r. But here I am not writing v. I am putting suppose this is v2. This is clear, I think. So T equal to mv2 squared by r plus mg, equation 2. That's all. Up to this is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some points again I am telling. What is the problem? Whenever you want the net force is nothing but total force. Force is the vector quantity. So whenever you want to calculate total force, please do the sum. Which is sum? Vector sum. Okay. If they are in the same direction, add. Opposite direction, subtract. In between, you know, square root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. That's all. Is it clear now? Okay. I think all of you copied these two.
Yes, sir.
See here.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Here, what is happening? Can you say T equation at A, at B, the tension will be same. Just
No, sir.
practically you see, no, because you see, just you are making vertical circular motion. It is coming to top. When it is coming to top, what is acting? Mg is acting downward. Tension also downward. Okay, now you think about how much tension in the string. When it comes to bottom, Mg is downward. So tension is here. You tell me where the string experience more tension, you tell me. Practically you think. Imagine.
At A point.
A, where Mg is acting downward.
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
No, at A or at B, where the tension will be more. You don't
B.
bother about calculation, just to get the experience.
B.
Because, yes, B only. Because here Mg is what? Pulling the string down. Mg is pulling the string down. So where the string up? Okay, automatically it feels little tight, no? Just to take that way. Tight is nothing but tension I'm talking. See, the weight is here, the string is here. So automatically it will be pulled. Now in this case, what happened? The weight is down, the string also. So what will happen? It will have less tight here. Because Mg also along the string, no? Along the string. Whenever along the string, what will happen? The tension will be less. But opposite, what is happening? You imagine, you have the string. Okay? The string already here. Because in your hand fixed. This other one I am pulling. So automatically the tension in the string increases because I am pulling. But in this case, it is in your hand. One end. The other end is here. Now I am pulling along your side only. So automatically there will not be any much tension in the string. Practically come. That's why I'm going to make this tension in the A. This is tension in the B. Okay, different. We are going to calculate also. Okay, these two you copy. Okay. Now you want to find out V1, V2, even V3 also. Okay, next step. Okay, suppose you want here, you can find out, there is no problem here. Okay, but no significant. That's why if you want, you can do it. Here, which one will act? T. Here only T will act. You see that towards center only. T. Which one?
T equal to mv square by r.
Tension one. Yes. T equal to mv squared by r. There also tension will be different. Okay, you will understand step by step. Okay, that's not much significant, so I'm leaving. Okay. Now I want to find out what? V1 first. V1. V1 means this one. Here, what is happening here? Because already I told you the here Mg is down and tension also along that. So the Mg acting along the string. When it is acting along the string, what happens? There will not be any tension in the string. So that is at A, tension nearly equal to 0. That's what I told you. That is TA. So equation 1, what you have? 0 equal to mv1 squared by r minus mg. So m cancel. V1 squared equal to rg. V1 equal to square root of rg. This is the answer. So what is V1? Square root of rg. Square, what is r? Radius of that circular path, r. G, there is no problem, constant near the. This is V1. This is V1. Okay, so what is V1? You got it. Already I told you, because the tension at the topmost point will be very, very small. So nearly equal to what? 0. 0. So that's what you got. Now this is over. Next, what you want? V2. V2. So what is the method we are going to do for V2? Law of conservation of mechanical energy. What is law of conservation of mechanical energy? Can I get the... yes.
Kinetic energy plus potential energy.
Complete it. Mechanical energy means that potential energy and kinetic energy. What is law of conservation of mechanical energy?
The sum of potential energy and kinetic energy, which is mechanical energy, is always constant.
Very good. The total mechanical energy remains constant. The total mechanical energy remains constant. Means when the potential energy decreases means kinetic energy increases and vice versa. The total always constant. The total always constant. That's all. So now what you are going to do? Now at B you want. At B. At B what you can do? Yes. Now you see, you want to find out V2. So you take two different points because one is known point. Now you have done everything. At A, at B. So what you can do, energy at B equal to energy at A. That's all. So what is energy at B? You have potential energy, you have kinetic energy. So what is the here? So potential energy at B, kinetic energy at B equal to potential energy at A plus kinetic energy at A. This is the formula. This is the formula. Nobody will have the doubt. Sum of the potential kinetic energy at B must be equal to sum of potential and kinetic at A. Correct? No. What is the condition? No loss of energy. No friction. Okay, that question we'll discuss. If the friction is there, how to do? Okay. Now, can I put the value here? At B, what is the potential energy? Okay. This is visible. Kinetic energy of M.
V square.
V means V2 square. What is the potential energy at A?
MGH.
Yes?
MGH.
MGH. What is H?
Tension.
No, sorry.
MG2R.
Yes?
2R.
MG2R. Yes. Potential energy mg into 2r. Kinetic energy of mv1 square. I think this is clear. How mgh? What is h from here you have to take? So this is r. So 2r. Yes. Then what about here? Potential energy at B.
0.
0. You remember, it is our reference point. This is the reference point. What this is called? Reference. The reference point can be any point. I can take this is the bottommost point. I can take this is the bottommost point. I can take this is the. So which one reference you are taking, there the potential energy is 0. Because potential, you cannot get unique potential energy, absolute potential. It is a difference always. So what we do, we take reference point. Which is reference point? Bottommost point. So at the bottommost point, what we assume? No potential energy, because it is a lowermost point. No potential energy will be there. So from the ground, what is the potential energy? 0. Okay, when you move away from the bottommost point, the potential energy goes on increasing. I think already you proved a law of conservation of mechanical energy. I think 3 different points. What is the potential energy? What is the kinetic energy at A, B, C? Then you have done. Okay, verified that only. So here it will be 0. If you simplify, because V1 already you got it. V1 square root of RG, you put it here. So V2 you can find out. V2 you can find out. Find out all of you. Okay. Yes. I want some data, so I will write separately here. I think this is clear here. So tension TA equal to M V1 squared by R minus mg. Okay. Next, TB. TB. This is A. TB equal to mv2 squared by R plus mg. Okay. Then what we got? V1. V1 equal to square root of RG. Is something visible? No? Okay. I will try to. Okay. So this is over. What is V2 you are getting? Any of you getting the answer?
Root 5 GR.
Yes. Root 5RG. 5GR, 5RG, no problem. Please others also check it. There's no difficulty. Yes. Now you got V1, V2. I written. Okay, so this portion I am removing. Okay, for your understanding, I am putting the diagram here. So this is A, this is B, this is T. V1, V2, V3. This is okay. This is R. Next, what do you want? V3. For V3, what will happen? 2 different points you take, either AC or BC. It is up to you. Which one always I suggest you, where the one value is 0, always you take. Here both the values are non-zero at A. But at B you got potential energy 0. So this will be easier. So again you find out for at C. At C what you can do? Energy at C equal to energy at B. So what is the potential energy at C? Kinetic energy at C. Similarly, potential energy at B, kinetic energy at B. Tell me, potential energy at C.
MGR.
MGR. Because this is the reference line. This is the reference line. So what is the height? R. Height always R, no? Because independent of the path. Conservative force. What is conservative force? Gravitational force is conservative force. It is independent of the path followed. Independent of the path followed. So directly you take vertical. You remember, no? Suppose you here H M N. Okay, now what is the work done? Work done equal to mg into h. This is one case. So another case, here you are moving here, here, here. Okay, suppose here what is value? h1, h2, h3. So what is the total work done? You know, here work done is mgh. Here, what will be the work done? The second case.
MGH.
MGH only. Because whenever you are moving this portion, no, the work done will be 0. Work done will be 0 because perpendicular. Theta 90. So that's why work done is independent of the path. What? Conservative force. Conservative force. Gravitational force is conservative. So that's why you have to take vertical distance. Okay, this already you are knowing the concept. Okay. So here MGR. here of m, see, no, this point of m V3 square equal to potential energy 0, kinetic energy of m V2 square. That's all. Put all the value V2, everything, find out V3. V3 how much? Okay, V2 is V2 square is pi r. Yes.
RG.
How much?
Root 3 RG.
Yes.
3 RG.
3RG. Please, others also check it. Anybody having problem, you can ask so that I can explain you. Very simple. M will be cancelled. Then multiply by 2. And then, okay, put the value of V2 square, you are getting. So now this is over. Tension value you have to find out. And then V1, V2, V3. You got it. Okay. So which is left next? Conservation of mechanical energy. Conservation of mechanical energy. Now you have to do that. Okay. Next part. First part, tension. The value, let us see. So TA equal to m V1 square by R minus mg. TA and TB. M by R. What is V1 square? RG. RG minus mg. What is the answer? What is the answer? Zero.
0.
Now in this case, you have to find out. So m by r V2. Visible, no? Yes.
5 RG.
So here V2 means 5 RG plus mg. R cancel, 5 mg plus mg. How much? 6 mg.
6 mg.
Yes. So what is the tension? Here you are getting 0. Here how much you are getting? 6 mg. Try to understand. So the tension is minimum. So see, 0 we are taken with the approximation. So in vertical circular motion, where the tension will be minimum, topmost point. Maximum, bottommost point. Suppose you want midpoint, you find out, no? TC. TC equal to, directly you write, no? TC equal to m V3 square by R. Because only tension will be here. T3 matlab TC. M by R, how much will come? 3 RG. RR, yes,
3 mg.
3 mg. So you can understand, here the tension goes on increasing. When it comes to bottommost point, the tension is maximum. You can feel it. You can feel it. Okay? Because one end of the string is in your hand, the other end is with a stone. So when you do vertical circular motion, what will happen? Here, just you will not feel any pull, because already the mass also downward. That's why. And then it is coming. When it is coming here, the tension goes on increasing. You feel the weight because of mg. When it comes to bottom, you feel more because more tension in the string. That's what I mean. Similarly, you find out the speed, where the speed is minimum, A. Where the speed is maximum, B. What is it, you know? Suppose to maintain the vertical circular motion, try to understand, to maintain the vertical circular motion, see where you have to give more speed, bottommost point. Bottommost point, you have to give more. After that, what will happen? Once it reached the top, even you don't give the speed, automatically due to inertia, it will come down. From top to bottom, no need. That's why we are telling minimum speed here. So to maintain vertical circular motion, minimum speed, even no speed. Once it reached here, automatically it will come down. But from bottom to up, you want to move. You want to move. What will happen? You have to give more speed. You have to give more speed. How much? This one. Which one? 5 rg, square root of 5 rg. I think that practically you are able to feel it, I think. Yes. So I think tension, this is also over. Okay. The last part, energy. So what are the energy you are going to take? Potential energy, kinetic energy, total energy. Okay. So first you take at A. At A. So what is the potential energy? U. Potential energy mg 2r. Kinetic energy of m v1 square 1 by 2 m. What is v1 square? Rg. Rg. So this is potential energy. This is kinetic energy. So total energy equal to U plus K. How much? I will write here. How much it is coming? Here 2. 1 by 2. So 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 by 2 M R G. Please check it. Similarly at B. Potential energy. At B means here. 0. Kinetic energy of M V2 square, which is equal to of M V2 square. Pi R G, because this is 0. 0 plus, you see, 0 plus 5 by 2 M R G, which is equal to 5 by 2 M R G. Next, at C. C means here, potential energy. M R G, MG or MRG, no problem. Kinetic energy of M V3 square. V3, 3 RG. Square, no? Add it. U plus K, U, M R G plus 3 by 2 M R G. 3 by 2 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 3, 5. So, 5 by 2 mRg. Check it. 5 by 2 mRg. 5 by 2 mRg. 5 by 2 mRg. Potential and kinetic energy may be different. Mg2r. Here 0. Of mRg. 5 by 2 mRg. So potential energy, kinetic energy varies, no doubt at all, different point. But the total remains constant. That's what we say, law of conservation of mechanical energy. I think all the points are discussed. I'm telling very well. See, this is already given in the example based, not theory based. In the textbook, NCERT textbook. So because any kind of question you can solve now. This is the example for vertical circular motion. Okay, so that's why in case of what will happen to maintain, once again I'm repeating that point, to maintain uniform, not uniform, sorry, the word I cannot use here, uniform, to maintain vertical circular motion. So what is the minimum speed required here? Square root of Rg. At the bottommost point, square root of 5Rg. Try to understand. Yes, so automatically the value will change. Suppose that rotation, what you want to do, you connect with the motor and then you can maintain it. Now the question is, what is the minimum required? Here, what is the minimum speed required to maintain vertical circular motion? Square root of 5rg. So in competitive exam, what happened? They put the value, whether it will can complete vertical circular motion or not. You have to see this value. You have to see this value, how much required. I am talking about less than or equal to. I'm sorry, greater than or equal to. Suppose V2 is, for example, I am telling V2 is square root of 5rg. Suppose V2 is square root of 4rg, whether possible or not. Vertical circular motion will be there or not? No, that's what I am telling. See, now I am giving, that's what I explained here. Okay, suppose here the car, this is the car moving with some speed v. You have seen, no, in the circus. Okay, nowadays I don't know circus what is going on. Only online you can check it. So this is what it is rolling here. You have seen any of you? The bike or car will move inside it is like cage type, metallic. Okay, suppose if the speed is less than 5rg, it will go again, come back. You are able to follow. Again increase the speed. Yes, it can go like that. It can go. Once it reached here, it will come. So what we are writing here, what is the minimum speed required? So the minimum speed required at different points are different. Please, there should not be any misconception here. So the minimum speed required at the topmost point, bottommost point are not equal. Where we need more speed, bottommost point. It is clear, no? Because you are moving from bottom to top, automatically you need more speed. You can see that. But once I am coming to top, even with the less speed I can, because due to inertia it will continue the motion. So automatically it will come down. It will come down. Yes. Concept is clear now? I think this topic must be very, very clear to you. If you have doubt, you can ask me so that I can, now 5 minutes only I can take, 5 to 7 minutes. If you have doubt, then I will go back. Otherwise, we'll do the question.
No doubt, sir.
Okay, good, good. Okay. So all are familiar with the work done concept. What are the types of work done you are knowing? Types of work done. Positive, negative,
Positive, negative, and zero.
zero. Yes. Okay. Now the question is here, all are having the textbook with you. Okay, I am not going to discuss much. I think 6.1. Come to exercise 6.1. Whenever I am talking about work done, the question should be very clear. Work done by whom? Who is doing the work? It should be specified. Here the 6.1a, work done by a man in lifting a bucket out of well by means of a rope tied to the bucket. Work done by a man. So man, what is he is applying the force. So in which direction he is applying the force, the same direction the bucket also moving. No doubt positive. But in the same case, work done by gravitational force they are asking. The bucket is moving up. Where the gravitational force is acting?
Downwards.
Down. So
Down.
negative. Okay, so that also there is no much difficulty. Work done by friction always negative. That also no doubt. Come to D. D. Work done by applied force on a body moving on a rough horizontal plane with a uniform velocity. Work done by what? Applied force. Where the body is moving on the rough surface.
Positive.
Zero.
Positive or zero? Because the confusion is that only.
Zero.
Positive.
Positive. Okay. Any other
Hi,
answer? Yes? Who told positive? Tell me. Tell me. It is a constant
Divyansh.
uniform velocity means what is the acceleration?
0.
What is the force?
Force will be 0 as well.
Then what about the work done?
But sir, the body is displacing, right?
Yes. Yes, ma,
Okay,
correct.
sir. Work done will be 0.
No. Body is displacing. What is happening here? Definitely, suppose you assume that in the playground, just you roll the ball, football, any ball, cricket ball, no problem. What is happening? After certain distance, what will happen to that body?
It will stop.
It will stop. Okay. But you assume now the body is moving with a uniform velocity. Means you are applying the force continuously to overcome the frictional force. So force is applied by the man and the displacement is done. Definitely there is the work done. Yes, whoever told positive, exactly correct. Because if the applied force is not there, definitely the body would have stopped. But still it is moving with a constant velocity because of external force. That force is applied force. Work done by the applied force is positive, no doubt at all. Okay. So now I am telling some question number, please write. Okay, so you can do it in the textbook. Use referring textbook. Question number 6.2, work done type question. So this concept is clear, then this will be easy for you. 6.2. And then 6.4. 6.4, there is no problem because again mechanical energy concept only. Energy equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Apply it and get the answer. Similarly, question number 6.1, 6.18. This same only. Okay, simple pendulum type. At a different point, what is the potential energy and the kinetic energy concept? If there is no loss, always you remember, when there is no loss of energy, you can write potential energy equal to kinetic energy. Suppose there is a loss, then depends on the case, the kinetic energy can be X% of. Okay, suppose 5% loss. What you will do? So the kinetic energy must be 95% of potential energy. Try to understand. Try to understand. Suppose you are moving like that. So at this point, here A, here B. Here what is the speed? V. It is here, what is the energy? mgh. What is the energy of mv square? If there is no loss, mgh equal to of mv square. Suppose 5% loss, then of mv squared equal to, don't write 5% of mgh. Remaining 95% of mgh. This is the only point. 6.17, 6.18. Okay, so these are the questions, you can solve it. Okay, if you have doubt, you can put in the WhatsApp number so that I can help you. Okay, so I think all of you are done. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, just okay. So keep on doing well. All the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.